Hello, Saskia, Devotional Goddess here. Cooking dinner. My eldest requested jacket potatoes. What are they called in America? Baked potatoes. So, it's going to be a delicious meal. Yesterday, please stop. So yesterday I went dancing and it was so therapeutic. It's called biodanza, and it was developed by an Italian quite a while ago, maybe 50 or 60 years ago. And it's different to ecstatic dance, that there are themes and there are partnerships that you do, and there are group dances that you do, still completely improvised, still just tuning in and listening. And when it's the partnership, when it's one-on-one, there's this quiet listening to the other person's body while maintaining eye contact. So it's really heart-opening in many ways. And it's also a great practice for me, especially as an empath, to remain contained within myself and yet hold the gaze, stay in communion with somebody else. And it's all very clean. And you instinctually work with who you want to work with. So, and you can always, say no thank you and pass someone by if you're like, your vibe is not resonating with me. Or not even that. I was just like, no thank you, I'd rather, there are no words. But whatever is said is honored and it's not taken personally. So it's a really wonderful practice. And the second song in, La Vie en Rose, started playing from Grace Jones in the 90s. And this well of emotion came up, and then the tears just came. It wasn't long, it just was a release, a cleansing. And it just brought me back. I first recognized the music, and then once I recognized exactly what song it was, it's like it opened up a pocket within me, and it just was like, oh my gosh. And it just brought up a wave of sadness for a relationship that I had that I don't have anymore. And it wasn't a romantic relationship, it just was a relationship in the 90s that I had with someone that I held really dearly. And that relationship has changed and transformed. And I just honored the sadness around that. And it was really cathartic. As the dance continued, the closing was so beautiful. I'm going to take aspects, just two practices from that closing, and I'm going to bring it into my day retreat as a closing, because it's really beautiful and touching, and I think it would be such a beautiful closing in the day retreats. So, if you're curious, come along and join. May 7th, Saturday, May 7th is the next day retreat from 10 to 4:30. And it's a beautiful day of nurturing, of being held, of asana, yoga asana, but also of journaling, healing circle, as I hold that sacred healing space for everybody. At the end of this biodanza group yesterday, we all stood in a circle and just were close and just holding each other. And it was really beautiful just to be held in community like that, as one unit. And then, as a separate closing, you could pause and just hold space with anyone you felt resonated with in that moment. Just holding hands and just holding the gaze and seeing each other's light. and beauty and divinity. And if you felt called and if you wished to, you could also hug. And it was the first time in a while that a man held me. And it was a clean, strong embrace. And it was another layer of surrender for me. Another opportunity to surrender. And as I acknowledged that, again, another wave of tears came. And this gentleman just held me, and it was really, really sweet. And a beautiful moment, and I just thanked him afterwards, and then went to the next person to hold space, hold hands, hold eye contact. And, you know, it's so important to allow ourselves growth and to allow ourselves to be in another environment where we can move through those layers of protection that we've put up over the years after being hurt and wounded and betrayed and whatever it is that we are each dealing with. And finding sacred spaces where we can allow ourselves to be held and allow for that healing to come in. And for me in that moment it was allowing a man to hold me, but sometimes it's a woman holding a woman, a man holding a man. It doesn't even need to be the opposite gender or the gender that you normally bond with. It's just important for us to heal and allow ourselves to be vulnerable and know and find environments where we can be held in that sacredness. My day retreat, that is always my goal, always my intention. If you wish to know more, everything's in my link in bio. Much love. Bye for now.